Hello friends, welcome to the session of Quality of India. Myself Aryan Vishwakarma, and in this session we are going to talk about management representative. So we are going to understand what exactly are the roles and responsibilities of management representative. Okay. So talking about management representative, MR, which is management representative, is one of the primary contact as far as the management systems are concerned. In lot many organizations appoint a management representative, which is called MR in short, for managing various management systems like quality management system, environment management system, and health and safety, or energy, or any other management system. So the management representative, in some of the standards, it doesn't in fact requires, or it does not even talk about directly the MR term, but in some of the standard it do talks about the similar terminologies which we are going to understand. They are basically the key facilitator as far as the management systems are concerned. Now talking about one of the main quality management system standard, that is 9001, in 2015 version, it completely removed management representative, the MR term. Okay, even though the term MR is now no more used in ISO 9001, in fact in lot many management system standards, but in a way directly or indirectly in some of the requirements it talks about having someone the responsibility of the similar aspect. Okay, we are going to talk about that also, but formally it is now no more talking about the MR term, whether it is 9001 or 14001 or 40001, which is very common management system. Now talking about some of the other management system like ISO 13485, which is quality management system for medical devices. Here in clause number 5.5.2 talks about management representative. Okay, here it says top management shall appoint a member of the management who, irrespective of other responsibilities, has a responsibility and authority that includes. Now there are lot many points are there. He should be ensuring quality management systems properly documented, then reporting to the top management. So if you see these terms like reporting to the top management and ensuring proper documentation, ensuring promotion and awareness of applicable legal requirements, okay. So all these things are directly or indirectly hinted in most of the standards, even though some of them are not talking about MR, but some of the standards are categorically talking about MR, like this one 13485. So here it is categorically talking about management representative, appointment of the same. The similar way, if you go to AS 9100, which is quality management system for aviation, space and defense. So here in clause number 5.3, under organization roles, responsibility and authority, it talks about same way, the way we have discussed in the earlier slide. Top management shall, it says shall means mandatory. Top management shall appoint a specific member of the organization's management identified as the management representative. So here it is categorically talking about appointing someone as a MR, okay, by the top management. So here exclusive requirement. So you have to have MR formally appointed. But in lot many organizations, if they are practicing 9001 or IAT 16949, which is a quality management system for automotive industry, most of the organization would have MR, even though it doesn't require formal MR. It does not mean that the person would be only working on the management system or quality or any other management system. He would be working on taking responsibility some other department. For example, a person from quality management, he is a quality manager. So he takes care of in process quality, customer handling he is doing, or he is doing product development. Okay. Parallelly, he is also responsible for systems and he is being designated as MR. That is fine, no problem. Or you can call him as system coordinator, that is also fine. But wherever in the standard it talks about MR, you should be formally nominating him as MR. But wherever the MR term is not there, 9001 or IATA or 14 or 45, you may call that person somebody else, that is fine. Nomenclature doesn't matter. Okay. So we have seen in some of the other standards also MR term is there, but the general, the most commonly used standard like 9001, 14, 45001 and then IAT 16949 for automotive, they are no more talking about MR terminology, but the responsibility remains. Okay. So now let's talk about some of the key responsibilities of management representative. Okay. What you are calling the person, it is up to the organization to decide. Okay. Let's say you are calling him as management representative. What should be the key responsibility of this person? Okay, let's talk about that. Ensuring that company third-party accreditations are obtained and maintained. One of the primary role of appointing the MR is to, first of all, proper system implementation and certification. For an example, you are implementing 14,001 or 40,001. So you have to assign the responsibility to someone. He's a process owner, okay. You call him MR or you call him something, that doesn't matter, okay. So he is basically responsible for implementing the system, okay, and getting it certified. That is the first case. Beside that, he would be also doing or maintaining the systems in long run. So for maintaining the systems in long run, he would be doing lot many activities like managing or organizing internal audits, coordinating with the third party agencies, organizing management review meetings. Likewise, lot many things are there, okay. Ensuring company's policies, procedures, work instructions are properly documented in a clear, simple and concise manner. So obviously, when you are implementing the system, it would be the prime ownership of the MR to ensure that whatever are the SAL requirement in the standards, customer specific requirement, interested parties requirements, legal requirements, all those things are properly documented, okay, in a simple and concise manner. And this must be practiced also within the organization. And then ensuring training also, training of all company personals in various kinds of things like systems, problem solving, technology. Ensuring does not mean he himself needs to impart training program. He himself can also impart training program, but he can organize. Maybe he can coordinate with the HR and HR can overall manage the show. That is also fine. Or he can talk to some external agencies like for example Quality of India, and our faculties can go for organizing the training program. That is also fine. So facilitating on organizing the training program pertain to different aspects. Identifying various legal requirements pertaining to the product and processes, systems, organization, that is also one of the role of MR. He may not be a legal expert, but he can coordinate with some other departments or agencies. For example, if you are implementing 45,001, okay, a lot many legal requirements might be required. So the MR could be from HR or somebody else, okay, and he can talk to the legal head or legal departments for identifying all the requirements and relevant facilitation he can do. So it can be jointly done by people also, that is okay. Control and maintain the company audits and risk assessment schedule. So risk assessment is one of the critical requirement. Risk-based thinking is one of the critical requirement of management system. In different management system, we focus on different aspects. For example, 9001 talks about risk assessment, 14001 talks about similar way, aspect and impact, 40001 talks about hazard identification, risk analysis. The similar way, other management system also talks about relevant risk, okay, whether it is 27001, it would be cyber security and relevant risk. So risk is always there, that needs to be identified, controlled and maintained. Fine. Conduct safety, quality and environment system compliances audit, whichever MR he is. He could be a safety MR, he could be quality MR, or he could be MR for IMS, managing multiple standards, that is also possible, okay. It depends upon the organization's requirement. Then organizing management review meeting, okay, inputs, output, and then minutes of meeting, and then follow-up can be done. It does not necessarily that there would be only one person. It depends upon the size of the organizations also. For a bigger corporates or bigger organization, there could be an MR, and below him there could be supporting members like deputy MR or assistant MR, or you can have joint MR also. It depends upon the complexity. Or he can have some coordinator within the team, okay, reporting out to him, who is basically facilitating the department heads and other members of the organizations in ensuring that systems is properly implemented, properly controlled, then interaction with the various external agencies. So all those things can be done by the team, led by MR, supported by other members. Then promoting customer requirements, of course, this is also one of the critical things. Customer specific requirements, identification, facilitation in those areas so that people know what exactly are the customer requirements. It is properly implemented, understood by people, okay. Then reporting on management system to whom? To the top management, obviously. Okay, time to time, how the things are happening, ensuring that personnel have received appropriate training. So, ensuring training, and then we need to see that people are competent in performing their task, which is a requirement in the standard. Okay. Prepare and submit monthly management report. It could be monthly or it could be up to the organization to decide. Standard talks about having some frequency in most of the standards. Okay. Some of the standards it is very specific. For example, IATF talks about at least having once in a year. So in the same way, so the company shall have some systems of reporting out to the management and review by the management. Okay. Maintain the company library, compliance resources, this is important. Standards and relevant books and other things should be there in the library so that people can read, people can refer them, this is important. Maintaining list of qualified auditors who are trained, who are certified, okay, and they should be used for conducting audits within the company, for supplier audit also. Then in some of the standards, it is a requirement of product audit, process audit and layer audit. So this is also typically managed by MR, not mandatory, but normally managed by MR. Support in customer audit and supplier audit. So supplier audit also facilitated by MR in some of the organizations. Again, it can vary from organization to organization. Okay, this is not a requirement, mandatory requirement in the standards. Okay, this is how the industry behaves. So based on those things only we have summarized over here. In some of the organizations, MR is not involved here. It is purely managed by purchase and SQA. In some of the organizations, it is coordinated managed by MR, that is fine. Again, customer audit, but in customer audit, MR would be involved. Okay, even though directly managed by or not, he would be involved, but mostly managed by MR. Talking about the skills, the MR should be having good communication skills because he need to communicate with different agencies. So communication skill is very much important. Strong decision making ability, this is also very critical. And then project leadership, because he need to manage some of the projects like implementation, getting certification, okay, understanding the details of business so that he can understand what are the critical business requirements, those should be included in the part of the system. So business and system should not be separate activity. System should support the business to run. So if the person does not understand business, how he can align the business requirement to the system. So understanding business requirement, business operation, product and process and the customers are critical aspect of an MR. So I hope friends with this video you must have understood what exactly are the responsibilities of MR and who is an MR, what is the roles and where we have reference in the standards. So what's your view about this video? Have you learned something? Write down in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, kindly like the video. If you are new to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and share the link of the video with your friends and colleagues. Don't forget to visit our website www.qualityafindia.com and you can download Quality of India's application from Android and iOS store. We have 100+ online courses available in Hindi and English and we have thousands of students from 50+ countries who are availing the benefits. And for any of our services, don't forget to contact us. Thanks for joining. Bye for now. Take care and see you in next video. Jai Hind.